What's up, badass nerds? In this video, I want to talk about the book and the movie Wonder. Wonder is about a boy. This boy has a facial difference, which in medical speak is called a previously unknown type of mandibulofacial dysostosis caused by an autosomal recessive mutation in the TCOF1 gene, which is located on chromosome 5, complicated by a hemifacial microsomia characteristic of OAV spectrum. If you didn't understand any of that, neither did I. This book is about a boy who has been homeschooled all his life because his face is, I don't want to say it in like a mean way, but just to be blunt, his face is jacked up. He has had to have multiple plastic surgeries on his face just to be able to breathe and see, and it's just not like other kids. Well, he is. In the book, he says he does everything just like any other kid, he just doesn't look like them. His mother decides that since it's the first day of middle school for everyone, so she decides that he needs to go to regular school and not be homeschooled anymore. So they send him to a school called Beecher Prep. Now this book, it is for middle schoolers, like the reading type, and it took me a while to get through this book. I made the cardinal sin of watching the movie before I finished the book, which wasn't a bad thing. I forgot most of the movie, but I rewatched it, and I'm so glad I did, because I forgot so much of what happened in the movie. And the movie and the book are so very similar, and I didn't think they were. I thought that they had forgotten all about Via's boyfriend and all about her friend Miranda and the weird relationship hurdle that they went through, but they actually covered almost everything except for his hearing aids. But other than that, there are some tiny differences in the movie where they just change little things, like saying a person couldn't be somewhere for a different reason than in the book. But other than that, they were so similar, and they stayed very true to the book, which I'm sure the author was very happy with. Now, this book made me cry like a baby. And the movie was just as as bad with the crying. So this boy's about 10 years old, and he goes to this new school, and he has never really been out on his own in the world, and he is bullied a lot throughout the movie by this one kid who is just like rich and annoying. Like, Beecher Prep is a more upscale school, so I believe Augie's. Did I even say his name? His name is Augie Pullman. I believe Augie's family is very well off when it comes to money because they send him to this fancy prep school. And there's a boy who befriends him named Jack Will, and their friendship is a beautiful thing, and it gets messed up in the middle of the book because Jack Will is trying to fit in with the other kids, and he doesn't realize that Augie can hear him because it's Halloween. So Augie is wearing a costume that he didn't say that he was going to wear in the first place. So Jack Will doesn't realize that he's in the room when he says some things about Augie. Like, if he says, if I looked like that, I would kill myself, and some other mean things. And so he and Augie don't speak for a while until Jack Will realizes, with the help of another friend of Augie's, realizes what he's done. I take friendship very seriously, and their friendship is very pure, even for like 10 and 11-year-olds, because at one point Jack Will says in the book, if you lined every boy up in the 5th grade from Beecher Prep, and you had to choose one to be your friend, he would choose Augie, because Augie is such a genuine, caring, loving character. And boy, I'm like crying just even like, it's so bad. But he is just such a genuine character that you cannot help but fall in love. In the book, it is told through different perspectives. At first, it's August. It tells a lot of the story, but it goes through a lot of the characters, because it's also told through Via or Olivia's eyes, which is his sister, and Jack Will and Via's boyfriend, even a little bit, but it's always through a either child or teenager's eyes. It's never through a grown-up's perspective, and I think that's what makes it like more of a middle school reading. And I think it took me so long to get through this book because it's not the type of book that I usually read. This is very like true to life, like real life stuff. and I read dystopian novels, futuristic stuff, just stuff with magic. Like, this is not the type of thing I read, but I loved it. I loved every page, every character. It's just beautiful. At one point, his sister, Via, when it's being told from her perspective, she says that August is the sun, and her mother and her father are just planets orbiting around the sun, because he gets so much more attention than she does, and she's just going into high school, and she feels very left out and unappreciated and unseen, and her parents say that she must be the most understanding child or teenager or girl in the world, but she says she's not. She just understands, and she's used to it, and it's sad, but it's beautiful. So this is just a year of Augie Pullman's life, going through 5th grade, and the hurdles that he has to get through and jump to just be accepted by the other kids. But by the end of the book, everyone falls in love with August because they see what a genuine and non-judgmental, beautiful person he is. And there's just something that I wanted to read. There's just 2 things. At the end of the year, he is awarded this medal. He wins the Henry Ward Beecher Medal, which is about recognizing greatness. And the principal reads a quote, "Greatness lies not in being strong, but in the right using of strength. He is the greatest whose strength carries up the most hearts." So August wins this award for greatness, just for being himself, basically. And this is what he says, and this hit me hard, like real hard. I wasn't even sure why I was getting this medal, really. No, that's not true. I knew why. It's like people you see sometimes, and you can't imagine what it would be like to be that person. Whether it's somebody in a wheelchair, or somebody who can't talk. Only I know that I'm that person to other people. maybe to every single person in that auditorium. To me, though, I'm just me, an ordinary kid. Those words in this book hit me so hard because they were so close to home. Because that's how I feel. I don't always see myself as the girl in the wheelchair. I just see myself as myself, and I just don't think about it sometimes. But to everyone else, they probably see me as the girl in the wheelchair. I feel like truer words have never been spoken. There's one other quote. Now, their teacher, Mr. Brown, would give the kids precepts every month. They would get a new precept, and a precept is, okay, Google, define precept.
Precept, a general rule intended to regulate behavior or thought.
So he would give them precepts once a month, such as, I don't know, here's April. What is beautiful is good, and who is good will soon be beautiful. Things like that. He asks the kids to write their own precepts and send them to him on a postcard. And when Augie gets his medal, he gets a standing ovation from the entire school. And his precept is, August Pullman's precept: everyone in the world should get a standing ovation at least once in their life, because we all overcometh the world. Augie. The author, R.J. Palacio, the characters that she was able to build are just so amazing, and they're almost too perfect in a way. And then the bad characters are almost too villainous in a way. So, but the book is more for kids, so I think that's why she does this. Because kids don't understand gray areas. So, very good and very bad are things that kids can relate to more easily, I think, is why she did that. The cast of characters in the movie include Jacob Tremblay, whose makeup was astounding because he was unrecognizable for the movie. except for maybe his eyes. And he played Augie. And Julia Roberts played his mother. And Owen Wilson played the father, who was just like a goofball. Like, he plays himself, because Owen Wilson plays the same role in every movie. Let's be honest, he plays a goofball. The book and the movie, again, were very just similar, so similar that it's critiquing one is critiquing the other. The acting was amazing, and you really felt what they were portraying to feel on screen. And when they cried, you cried. It's just an amazing story. And to kids who really have this genetic makeup and this mutation, which I don't think is a good way to refer to it, because the word mutation would imply that these children are mutants, which is not a good implication, because they're just kids trying to live their life. To those kids, I say, everyone in the world is fighting a battle of their own. Yours is harder. There's no doubt about that. And take it from me, I know a little something about it. But you are strong, and you are worthy of love and friendship. And to anyone watching, I recommend that you read this book, because it is beautiful. It will touch your heart, and you will cry your eyes out. And even if you just want to see the movie, I recommend that as well. They are so similar that it wouldn't even matter. I would not say that the book is better than the movie, or the movie is better than the book. Either or, you should just see it, because it is a beautiful piece of work, and it should be read, and it should be watched, and it should be taken in, because there is a lesson to be learned. Even if it is written for middle schoolers, adults can take a lesson away from this book, because it is beautifully written, and it will teach everyone something. Like, if you liked this video, share with people, because they really need this literature and this film in their lives. Subscribe if you haven't already, And if you are subscribed, hit that bell notification so that you can be notified every time that I post. Keep being badass. You can still cry. Keep being nerdy. Much love and peace out, y'all.